We are live.
Hello.
Hello and welcome. I'm Ronky, your GM, and joining me today in order of their character avatars, we have Nosh, Mel, Gigaman, FX Engineer, and Rigel Kent. Today we embark on our Star Wars campaign titled Vanguard, using the very awesome and versatile GURPS system by Steve Jackson Games. Not everyone can watch the live stream, but worry not, our sessions are available on YouTube and as audio-only podcasts. You can find the links in the video description. If you find our content appealing and engaging, we kindly request that you show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our Twitch and YouTube channels. Before we dive into the action, does anyone have any character business they'd like to address?
I do, with luck, actually. Based off of additional review of actual Stormtrooper armor, we determined that the neck should not have been a viable target as, unexposed. So with the GM's permission, I went ahead and swapped my targeted attack neck with targeted attack chinks in torso armor.
I really
All
wish
good?
they would have called that gaps instead of chinks.
I will call it gaps on my thing.
Oh, wow. What are you saying, that the neck is armored?
Yeah, if you it's partially armored. Yeah,
It's less available than that targeted attack would generally allow. I mean, technically, you got gaps if you can see black.
I mean, if you look at our Discord, the Vanguard Discord, I have two images of troopers, and I was actually thinking more of the second one, where the neck is or seems slightly more exposed, but in reality, yeah, that'd be a really tough shot to get.
So if you target the neck and score a hit by the chinks rule, it'll be divide armor by 10?
By
Actually, I don't know.
by 2.
Yeah, but blasters are already by 2,
Yeah, I guess
by
it would
5.
be 10, wouldn't it?
So you divide armor by 2 for the chinks, and then you divide it by 5 for the blaster.
Yep. Yeah, the chinks just gives half the R.
It did
Yeah.
occur to me that this is actually the very first time I've used chinks in armor as a targeted attack.
Is it?
Yep, I've always picked a specific location and then gone for it. Generally, it's vitals.
So any other character business? Keeping in mind...
Well, the only thing that I have for Bosco then is I was kind of going off of Lux, initially with the targeted attack. I was role playing that he was learning from him, so I had taken that as
right.
as a skill. So if it's irrelevant, I don't know if I should change it or just leave it.
Well, just change it to target attack chinks in armor. Make it the same thing.
Torso
Yeah, I
armor.
mean, you spent points.
It's going to be
spend points in the other one.
No, Bosco would
2
go
points.
for the cheeks because he's not like I guess it would have to be an aimed attack because I wouldn't be able to hit that shot otherwise.
Yeah, well, I'm not likely to hit that shot if it's not an aimed either. I mean, right now, if I just take the shot, somebody needs to basically be at point blank range for me to frickin' hit because I've only got a 10 in it. Crap. I meant to talk to Giger about the aiming stuff.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I wonder if that might be helpful for FX to do that grid thing. May have to talk about that later.
What grid thing?
Oh, there's a thing I started doing with the sniper characters where I'd sort of work out where my sweet spot is on the range based on whether I'm aiming or not. So that way I don't overcommit myself. Long story.
Anyone else spending any points or anything like that? And
yeah, I put a note in chat to bump up first aid since we spent like the entire day working in that clinic.
I
Sure,
guess Nosh
that's
is
fine.
locked in today.
Nosh will be locked in. All right. Well, if there's no other character business, Nosh, your character is now locked in. Not that you've made any changes in the last few weeks anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It's all good.
Then we shall begin with the crawl. We are playing episode 2 of our campaign.
Attack of the Clones? Oh no.
When soon as you see it, Nosh, you can begin.
Okay. Episode 2, Shadows of Pallas. 2 months ago, the once thriving city of Pallas mysteriously fell silent. Communication with the mountain city, nestled within Fantine's southern reaches, abruptly ceased. Imperial Administrator Ares Krytel attributed the calamity to a critical failure in the city's environment shields, resulting in the complete evacuation of its inhabitants. A clandestine group of resistance fighters, led by the veteran clone trooper Luck, harbors suspicions about the official account. The daring team ventures to Pallas in a bid to uncover the truth. Upon arrival, the sight that greets them appears to validate the official claims. Pallas stands eerily deserted, its environment shields incapacitated, leaving the city exposed. And that went way too fast for me to end the last bit.
We'll have to wait. I don't know what it is, so we'll have to wait.
Yeah, you need a little tail on the end, probably.
Something about their ship crashed, they all died. End of season.
Daryl wasn't as good a pilot as we thought.
That was that critical 18.
Don't worry.
I
I got this, guys.
I should give you the text separately.
No, this is far more fun. Here we go. Shields incapacitated, leaving the city exposed to the unforgiving elements. However, closer investigation reveals something else.
Hey, Ronki, one other crawl advisement, as grammatically incorrect as it is, they always end with 4 periods, not the 3 that's an ellipse. I have no idea why.
Are you sure?
Yep.
It's 4 periods on the.
At the tail end.
I know it's in a galaxy far, far away. That bit has 4 periods.
Which is also wrong.
Anyway, not important.
It's a galaxy far, far away. They have different rules.
They're also all insects. Well, Luck's recommendation was going to be, for us to keep it as much as we could, even if we had to hide it someplace, simply because it also gives us a damn it, what's the word? Where we can blame the pirates on some of our stuff if we need to. Since, the ship belonged to the pirates.
You can tear out the transponder and put in a new one.
Yeah, I'm sure you could do that. You could turn it into your ship until you find something better. If you're going to do
Make
that,
it the workhorse.
if you're going to do that, then I'll stat the ship out. But if you're just going to junk it, I won't bother.
I think we should completely transform the exterior. Decals, etc., in time.
Tina's already got a bucket of pink paint and a paintbrush, and she's ready to go.
You can only do that if Giga is willing to Photoshop it.
Oh, just changing the color to pink is easy.
We're not flying in a pink ship.
Getting us to agree to it is another matter entirely.
Oh, but seriously, Tina would definitely love the opportunity to tinker with like the engine and stuff and see what she can get that thing to do.
Where does she work? She works at the docks, doesn't she?
Yeah, she picks up jobs at the docks helping out with the ships, and so she can, when she's not distracted by an actual job, keep an eye on who's coming and going.
Oh, so she's more freelance?
Yeah, I think she's more freelance. I don't think she would have like a 9-to-5er.
I was going to say, we could put her to work over at the scrapyard.
Well, with regards to Bosco's comment about needing a smuggling hold, this is a pirate ship. It's entirely possible it already has one. It's possible it had a loot when we borrowed it without an intent of returning.
That's true.
All right. So, in the meantime, you're going to be keeping it.
Temporarily, yeah. So we can always blame bad actions on the pirates. Plus, it'll give us like a group enemy of the pirates. They'll want to come back for their ship.
Yeah, the only loot found in there is a cache of volumes 1 through 5 of Wookie Nookie.
Nice. All right. Well, that's the only thing we need to address there, unless there's something else people wanted to
Where
take
are we
care of.
storing it?
I
Where
guess
do
you
we
will
store it?
hide it away somewhere in a canyon,
Well, we have a warehouse.
in a warehouse.
Well, the other thing that I was thinking of just now is when does this episode 2 take place in in regards to that? Because it's entirely possible we decide to deviate and go directly to Checkout Palace since we actually have transport right now.
Well, that's what we'll get to next. So you will actually start at Pallas. Or
How long
Pallas.
has it been?
How long's it been? You tell me.
And according to Google, it is pronounced Palace. And we know Google would never lie.
Except when they do.
Is there any? Does the time make a difference? Otherwise, it's, I don't know, a month or two.
Yeah, ultimately, probably not.
I guess if we're not doing like job roles and all that other stuff, then probably wouldn't matter. Tracking
No,
that kind of stuff.
we'll only do job roles when I feel it's necessary. For the most part, we'll ignore it.
And he remembers.
That's bookkeeping that I'd rather avoid.
Well, Bosco's trying to get rich.
You're in the wrong business, bro. Insurgents don't get rich.
He might have to switch his outlook, be a more of a philanthropist, or like funding the missions, or I don't know, something else.
You could switch his allegiance.
Start working for the bad guys.
Could be quite the mercenary.
I'm sure that won't get him killed.
Okay, so what you know about Pallas is that this is a mountain city just like the others. It has a population around about 3,000 to 5,000. It's not huge. It is built into canyons, and there's a property of the canyons that makes it really difficult to get clear communications out of the place. So as a result, there is a communications tower which is utilized for communications outside Pallas.
Why don't they use a satellite?
It's Star Wars.
Yeah, this is 70s tech.
Actually,
Actually,
since we're
I
before
don't-
New Hope, it should probably be early 70s, late 60s tech, which is even worse.
Yeah, they don't even have
Like
cell
old
phones.
Disco.
Someone actually made the comment on one of the YouTube videos about the tech. I don't recall what it was now.
Yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, Star Wars is low tech.
Okay, Bosco would like to reach out to his contact in Novasec and see if he can't get the real story of what's going on before we
Well,
head out.
You could make the roll. Actually, I'll veto that because I don't want you to make a roll unnecessarily, because Novasec don't have any information.
Man, what are my contacts for if they never know anything?
The official story is that there was an accident which resulted in the failure of the environmental shields, and then the place had to be evacuated. And it has been sort of abandoned since. Pallas is some 500 and something miles from Minerva, built into the canyons in this mountain region. Do you have any other particular questions about Pallas? I'll take that as no.
Size?
Well, can I roll on Kalen Bree to see if he'll give us any additional information?
What sort of
Guessing he's about to contact us.
Well, no. So you guys we begin this scene with you guys on a sort of ridge top with your Star Wars binoculars zooming in. Macro binoculars. Zooming in and having a look at this eerily desolate city. This is how Pallas looks. From what you can see, there is in fact no one around. Now, I need to ask how you guys got here. You can have done the trip on a speeder, or you can have,
a Subo R72 Shrieker.
or you can use that ship.
We kind of have a bigger problem here of why are we here?
Because the GM said so.
This is actually a mission that Luck organized.
It's
So-
because I said so.
Did he know he did that?
He did. He actually suggested it.
No.
It was one of the suggestions that Luck had for
Oh.
missions.
This is his loyalty mission.
Well, not loyalty mission, but one of the missions that he suggested.
Oh, right. I did make some suggestions, didn't I? I had forgotten. I think I'm the only one that did because the rest of you are some slackers.
Well, in that case, it seems like Kalen Bree could be useful here.
So you have heard that, there is an official story of what happened with Pallas, and this is what is generally known. That's the story. But Luck has a gut feeling that that's not the case, so he organized the group to go out and check it out. So we begin with you investigating from a distance, and you see that the city is desolate. It
So
is deserted.
Do we suspect foul play from the Empire?
Well, you don't know.
I
You're
always
just checking it
suspect
out.
foul play from the Empire. Okay,
What was,
well, it's-
What was Pallas good for before it got abandoned?
Mining.
I mean, is there any strategic importance to it?
No, it's kind of in an out-of-the-way place. It's fairly distant from most of the other settlements. It is small. There's nothing particularly special about it.
But I guess it was laid siege to in the Clone Wars.
Yep, the Seppies maintained a strong hold here. They lost a lot of good troopers taking this stupid place.
Eh,
Where did
Nemoidians.
the residents evacuate to?
They were evacuated to various other cities on Fantine.
I imagine we will have interviewed a few before we got here.
Well, it is fairly common knowledge. I guess rumors from, well, the word is from people that lived there that the environmental shields failed like catastrophically. Not worth repairing sort of thing. And of course, no one can live without the environmental shields. So the place was evacuated and abandoned. However, I will get who's using the macro binoculars. Who's the one that's sort of, belly down on the dirt looking over the ridge and just about to get attacked by sand people?
I mean, I think Bosco would have tried to purchase some supplies and equipment that would have been appropriate. And he likes to have the nicest gear possible. So he would have some binoculars. appropriate.
I was going to say, whose macro binoculars are they?
We can assume that you have like standard. It's part of your sort of standard kit, except for Luck. He has to specifically have it since he spent all his money.
Yep. So I'm probably using the scope of my rifle.
Well, I happen to have
My
some
carbine.
anyway.
How much do they cost?
How
Five
much did
hundred
they
for the
cost?
night for the electro optical.
I've got 1,000 for electro binoculars, but I don't know if those are. I don't know if that's a Star Wars thing or if that's a different thing.
There's a night vision goggle or visor option. The one that I'm thinking about is just like the ones you hold, like standard binoculars. Carry them around.
Yeah.
All right. So what I need, those people that have binoculars and or targeting scope can make a perception roll or observation roll, whichever's higher.
They are.
That reminds
the
me.
exact same.
I need to make a note to get observation.
Success by 0.
It gives Vision 9 and like, I don't know, like 250x magnification. It's pretty crazy.
Well,
Another success by 0. 5 is much better. Hey,
Yep,
there's Mel's
back.
dice. Fail by
Welcome
2.
back, Mel.
Thanks, man.
All right. So, Bosco, you'll be looking around and give me an IQ roll or a electronics operation communications if you have it.
Communications. Shoot, I didn't take that one specifically.
So then IQ.
IQ.
Well done.
By 7's pretty good.
So you're just doing some initial scanning observation. The place is deserted. There's nothing unusual. You can see that obviously the environmental shields have failed because you're starting to see the city sort of decline, degrade, the acid rain, and all the other bad stuff is taking its toll on the city structure. However, you will notice there is something odd about the communications tower, which sort of sits outside or above the canyons or above the city. You will see something odd. However, you're not able to identify exactly what that is since you don't have the skill, but you at least see that there's something odd about it.
Okay, so I'm kind of like I'm speaking into our headset, and I'm like, guys, check out the comm tower. It looks something doesn't seem right, and I will draw the group's attention towards that, and maybe somebody else can do a roll.
Well, anyone that has electronics op communications, or in Tina's
not great
case,
at it.
she could use a repair.
Why did it roll twice?
Jeez.
Okay, I got a success by 6. I don't
I
know
like
why
your
it
first
rolled
roll.
twice. Yeah, I don't know why it rolled twice.
All right, so anyone taking a look is going to be able to see that it has been damaged.
What kind of damage? I mean, is it like explosive damage or that sort of thing?
From this distance, you can't tell. You can just see it's damaged. There's the reinforcing structure is broken, and there's bits of twisted superstructure, and so it is damaged. You can't really tell what damaged it unless you get close.
Okay, Luck is going to direct his nameless Mark Force surveillance droid to get a closer image of that and send it back to him.
Right?
Ronki, how far away are we approximately?
I'd say a few 100 yards.
What? This is Star Wars. We're in meters.
At a distance. So you can determine how far at a distance your at a distance is.
Well, if we can't tell what's broken about it, it's probably miles away.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we can't tell with the macro binoculars and the scope, then we're probably
Well, you can clearly see it's damaged.
1,000
It's
meters.
sort of like collapsed and stuff, but you can't
Well-
see what caused the damage.
If it's 300 meters and you've got a 10x scope on a rifle, you can count it friggin' nose hairs.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay. I'll say that it looks like it has been intentionally damaged or destroyed by either explosives or some heavy weapons fire. And
Yeah.
that's what your droid will report back. So it'll go woo 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 and fly off down into the canyon, and then you see it, appears somewhere else.
Some small
over.
arms fire. Minor explosive damage, probably seismic survey charges.
Uh-huh. Great. Watch out for xenomorphs, guys. Hopefully it's just another bug hunt. Okay, well, once we've got that, kind of probably still need to advance. I'd like to get a closer look at it to see if Tina is at the very least able to restore any of the facility shielding just in case it starts raining.
All right, so you'll have to enter the city for that.
Yep. Well, we'll head in that direction.
So you came in your ship. Your ship is going to be parked away at a distance, so you're going to close on foot.
Unless we were able to get a speeder inside the ship. I don't know how big it actually is. So if it has a reasonably sized cargo bay of any sort, then we could probably get a speeder that's just like basically a flatbed with a repulsor lift.
Like the mule.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, how big is the cargo space on that thing?
Jim's like, let me get
Do we
back
even
to
know?
you.
Well, like I said, it's a troop transport, so it doesn't really have cargo
How many
facility.
troops?
It's like the U-wing, so I think it's like a squad, 8, 10 sort of thing.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
you
fit
can
a
fit a speeder bike in
flatbed
there at
in.
least. A couple of them maybe.
Well, you won't be able to fit a land speeder, but you could fit a speeder bike.
Are you just using the U-wing as a basis for the interior?
Yeah, we'll do that. So
Yeah,
you
that's
could
pretty small.
fit a speeder bike.
Maybe a fold-up one.
Damn, it won't let me zoom in. What are you doing, Brave?
Uh,
Yeah, that is pretty small.
so did you want to try and fit a speeder?
Well, if we try to fit a speeder in there, we won't be able to fit the rest of us.
Well,
Right.
that's not necessarily true. I mean, you've got 2 seats for the pilot, co-pilot, and then it's like you rip out. It looks like they have 6, 7, 8, possibly 10 seats for crew because they've got 6 in the center that are three back to back, and then you've got 2 folding seats there at the back up against the wall, and they might have 2 in the front. So we could probably fit something in there if we wanted to do that.
Well, whatever it is going to be small enough that we're not all going to be able to use it.
Well, that's fine.
So it's up to you.
Luckily, I have a jetpack.
Let's roll tactics to see how many points you get. Planning points.
Why is it rolling twice?
You targeted anything?
Am I?
Oh,
Doesn't
is
work on
it
skills, though,
is
does
it possible because you have your droid? No, it wouldn't be that.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna release that and try. So regardless, the first one or the just using the first one, success by 7. I'm gonna make another check. Yeah, I think that might be the case. And let me put the open the droid again and make another check. No, that is really weird.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm super
Anyway,
confused
still
now.
success. So that's 3 points you
Success
have.
by 7. Yeah.
So you have 3 planning points. So
Okay,
if you want,
yeah, we'll go in on foot. We're going to try to maintain as low a profile as possible. So Luck is definitely going to be going into sergeant mode, where it's like, all right, do not get bunched together. Stay low.
do you want to do a marching order?
If it's important.
Not necessarily. If you want to do a marching order, you're welcome to organise it. I just need to know who dies first and last.
Well, Luck's going to be, at the Vanguard. Take a drink. Simply because this is the kind of stuff he was actually trained for. So,
Okay.
beyond that, everybody else will be sort of behind and spread out, and so he'll be, as he's advancing, he'll stop every now and then and glance back, and possibly tell Tina not to be so close to Daryl, or Bosco to stop lollygagging around, or
All right. Give me a
put that hat back on them.
survival, survival mountains, or a climbing roll to find your best route down into the canyons.
I will go with climbing, and it looks like I failed by 2.
All right. So the path you take is not the best. You have some falls. No one takes any damage or anything like that. Just some scratches and such. But it takes you, a good sort of 15-20 minutes to get down into the city proper. Can I get hearing-based perception rolls into the box, please?
Possibly.
Yeah,
We're only having to wear respirators here, right?
You don't have to. You're high. You're above the muck.
Right. Okay.
Do I drag my perception? How do I do that?
Just drag your perception onto the all-seeing eye, and that rolls it in the box. Makes a secret roll.
Yeah, so clearly that ship we have right now is not a long-term solution. It's just going to be this is what we've got until we can get a better one. It's too small inside.
That roll was supposed to be in the box for Nim.
Oh,
Bad,
well.
Nim. Bad.
So you enter the city, and it is quiet. You see the tumbleweeds roll through the street, and it is eerily quiet. There's the odd flap of the wind blowing something, but other than that, you hear no particular noise. What is your plan? You mentioned that you wanted Tina to look at the
We wanted to
shields.
We want to check out the shields and see if it was intentional sabotage or if it was something else.
Bosco's going to have his head on a swivel. He's got pretty good observation, so he's going to keep on the lookout, covering our 6.
Does anyone have danger sense or anything like that I should know of?
Why would we need that?
Just in case I need to roll it and something dangerous happens.
I think if anybody would have it, it would be Tina, since she's sensitive.
No, she doesn't. She's got intuition, but not danger sense.
Don't forget intuition.
Everybody always forgets intuition.
You will find your way to the shield facility. You'll enter again. Everything's turned off. It's quiet. There's some damage that has been caused by some months of acid rain and harsh environment. So as you enter, there'll be some drips and leaks. Looks very much like aliens when they enter the colony. You will find your way to the main environment shields. Give me a roll on. Let me check your mechanic skills, see which one's most appropriate. I think shields, mechanic shields, if you have it.
I don't have mechanic shields. I have repair shields.
Okay, that'll be fine.
And then the environment, are we wearing like masks, respirators, that kind of stuff?
You don't have to, but if you want to, you can.
Well,
Because we said everybody had to evacuate.
Daryl has Force Shields operations.
actually, I do too, but I'm only ops, and I'm not super great at it.
All right, so I'll get.
Nim has repair, so he can assist, assuming we actually need it.
I will allow some assists if you want to assist.
Does she want assistance? I could make it worse.
Well, I got a success by 4 already. I don't know
Ops.
if we want to make that any better.
Ops shields and
ops shield.
ops shields and any other sort of repaired shields could be an assist. That would work. I think you can have up to 2 assists.
Okay.
So that will be by 6. All right, so you start to investigate, and the shields have definitely suffered a catastrophic failure. Although you investigate further, and you can see that failure has been caused by sabotage. So someone has turned off the shield stabilization module, and that has caused it to go critical, and it has basically exploded, and it is toast. There's no repairing this unit. You'd have to replace the whole unit.
Just like when your AC dies in midsummer. Okay, so she'll poke around for a bit, and note how it was sabotaged and mention that to the group, and then say there is no way to fix this and make it work again. We'd have to replace the whole thing.
Noted. They would have replacements in the city.
Are we sure that we're by ourselves here? Because this is sabotage.
Nope.
Yeah, it seems a bit off that they would just leave it. I mean, there's a substantial dollar value attached to this facility.
You're going to just keep doing that the whole time, aren't you?
Probably.
Look into my eye, says the one-eye clone.
There is a dollar value, but perhaps it hasn't been worth it to replace this expensive equipment for a population of 3,000, 5,000 people.
Okay, so
Or maybe they'll get around to it at some point.
Gluck is not saying this out loud. I'm just letting the other players know where my brain is thinking, but he is sort of contemplating, okay, if we can establish this location as a secure, presuming there's something here or something like that, this might be a good hideout location for us.
Yeah.
I mean, abandoned city, that's awesome.
Any indication of interior fighting?
None.
Right. So then we need to make our way to Central Command, or whatever they call it, the headquarters operations. See if we can get it up and running.
The only evidence that you had of some weapons damage and stuff is to the communications tower, or the communications array, where you saw that it was actually damaged by weapons fire or explosives, and that's confirmed.
Can we see if people were taking things with them, or did they sort of leave repair elements? That sort of stuff you expect, spare parts, yada yada yada.
I guess give me an IQ roll, or I think intelligence analysis or forensics.
Yeah, I can do intelligence analysis.
Either one of those will work.
Although he made it, so this may be useless. Success by 0, so not as good as your success by 3.
Okay, so Nosh. Daryl's able to see that it looks like people didn't leave in a hurry. So things are still organized. It's not like, people have suddenly just upped and left. With your intelligence analysis, you get a little extra detail, and you can see that it's been an orderly evacuation. So maybe done over some days, weeks, sort of thing.
Hmm.
The Imps are probably behind it. They're hiding something. We need to find out what they were hiding.
It is about this time as you're sort of heading your way to ops. Where's your perception rolls? Nosh. Daryl's keen sense of hearing hears the clang of metal on metal as something is sort of knocked in the sort of structure behind you.
General direction? Behind me?
Yes.
Very well. Daryl will spin around and lift his bowcaster.
Throw a grenade.
You will catch a glimpse of a silhouette of a humanoid disappear or emerge from one bit of cover and disappear behind another bit of cover, maybe 40 or so yards from you, up a set of stairs on a catwalk.
So I'll alert the others.
Right.
Everyone else will turn to see nothing.
And I'll describe what I saw.
Right. So clearly, Luck is going to send the droid up to just sort of try to wide scan of the area.
All right. What sort of sensors does your droid have, and what's its ops skill?
I bet this thing didn't come with a skill. I used one of the things from Ultra Tech. Hold on, let me look and see what it is again.
All right. So you haven't actually got the skills in its thing.
Yeah, because I don't think it actually said anything about the in the on the robot thing.
What is it?
I don't remember. I'm looking in here to see if I noted what it was, and of course I didn't. So let me look.
If you don't find anything, we'll just assume 12. That's a fair level for a droid.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what was it. Communication?
While
No.
while Rigel's doing that, is anyone else doing anything?
Well, we don't exactly have a lot to act on at this point.
But Daryl's, there's no doubt about it. He saw the silhouette of someone moving from one bit of cover to the next bit of cover.
Ultra Tech 80. Scout robot with contragrav upgrade.
Ah.
So, yeah, they don't even put any skills on there.
Okay. Well, it's going to have an IQ of 10, probably.
So we'll give it a skill of 12.
That is correct.
Yeah. Looks like it just has it's got hyperspectral vision.
Yep.
I think that gives a +4.
Well, if it's tracking a heat sig.
All right, so
That's pretty much it.
roll 3.
Too.
Roll 3
What was
dice.
that?
Roll its
What was that,
perception.
David?
It's got zoom, telescopic too.
Yep. Yeah, is it not? Am I not using the effective level of 12? Probably plus the hyperspectral bonus of what, 4?
Yeah. So 16.
Wow. Success by 0. I tried to fail that. This is what I get for trusting a droid to do anything right. They're useless.
So you're sending your droid in that direction to scan further.
Yeah, it's mostly going to be pretty high up though, so it's not going to, ideally it's not going to be, like eye level, so somebody can just attack it with a bat. Doesn't mean it won't necessarily, get zotted because it's kind of probably garbage.
All right. Well, it goes off and starts scanning. Anyone else doing stuff?
Yeah, I'm going to be like, taking up defensive and then advancing slowly in that direction.
Okay. Anyone else going?
Tina will follow, but she's gonna try to focus on like listening again to see if she can hear any other sounds. Like now that we are on more high alert and we know for sure somebody is here.
You can roll perception +2.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
we have
Bosco's
any good
gonna go
reason
with
to
luck.
split up this point.
No.
So close.
I'm calling shenanigans on Mel rolling success by 7.
I know, right?
She borrowed someone else's dice for this one.
Swap them out with your droids.
That's
So,
fine. Probably like 2 years past required maintenance date anyway.
All right. So Mel, you're able to hear the sound of footfalls as someone's sort of running across these metal, walkways and such of the city.
All right. So she's kind of got her eyes closed while she focuses on her hearing, and she'll just kind of lift up her hand and kind of point or follow, or let her hand follow the direction of where the sound is coming from with the footfalls to try to guide Luck and whoever else happens to be watching.
Since your droid moves fairly fast or is moving faster than you, it will pick up the sight, or at least scan this individual, and the individual appears to be sort of running, moves to some cover, sort of looks back the way he came, and then is moving again. Your gut tells you that he was probably watching you.
I say we follow.
Okay, so this thing has video, right? I'm looking. Well, maybe not. Interesting. Guess not. Right. Okay. Well, let's. When Daryl saw him, or her, or whatever, did Daryl get a look at what the individual was wearing? I mean, was it like an Imperial uniform? Was it a miner's uniform?
He could not see that. It was just a silhouette.
Silhouette.
Do we need to find like a way up?
But it was humanoid.
I'm assuming we're still like on the ground or like the ground level. Do we need to find a way up to where that person is?
You could find a way up there. You could lay chase. That's what your plan is. But he's sort of, if you have a look at the picture there, you've got the city sort of built into the sides of the canyon walls. And then you've got like
we were
cross.
in the city.
You are in the city, but the city streets are like the canyon floor.
How far away was this individual?
Around about 40 yards.
40 yards. I mean, it could be one of the inhabitants, for all we know, a survivor.
Yeah,
Refugee.
yeah, that's a possibility. It's just, we don't know if they're like they're the reason they evacuated. Maybe they turned all feral and had to be put down, like the what the heck are those things damn called? The not schools. Damn it.
They survived here with no weapons and no training.
Stop it.
They mostly come out at night. Mostly. So, what is your plan? This guy seems to be running away. Are you going to chase, or are you going to let him go?
I would like to use intuition to say, should we chase the guy or should we say, we'll get back to him later?
I'm perfectly okay with chasing him, but not with leaving everybody behind to do it.
No,
FYI.
need to maintain visual.
So for intuition, I think it's an IQ roll from the GM.
Or you can roll your IQ into the box. So it's +1 for every good choice and -1 for every bad choice.
Yep.
And if you're going
Which
for
is
a
probably
binary, that's like a yes, no.
What's the result on a successful roll versus a failed roll?
So success is, I think you're
To the right path. What about a failed
yeah,
roll?
and
Does
then
that
I
mean you
think
go
a
the wrong
failure.
path?
Yeah, wrong path. And if there are multiple options, if you get a crit, then on a critical success, it's you get the best option. And on a critical failure, you get the worst option, I think is what it is.
Yes, pushing this big red flashing red button is a great idea.
Your gut tells you that you should probably chase the guy.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was gonna have us, do that as well.
All right.
So if he's up, or this person is on an upper level, we need immediate stairs. I mean, luck could get there
We don't need
easily.
stairs. Okay, not all of us need stairs.
You could lay chase, that's not a problem at all. You'll find some stairs and you'll start heading into the upper levels of this
Right,
city.
let's chase.
Alright,
Oh,
I'll need
sorry,
Dex.
let me just real quick before we go. The rule is actually on a failure you get no information. It's critical failure you get steered towards a bad choice. I'm sorry, I misremembered that part. I don't know if it changes anything.
Well, it does not.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll just get everyone to make a Dex roll. This, if you have urban survival, you can roll that as a complementary skill. If you succeed, add it to your Dex, or add +1 to your Dex. Or you could use running if you're on foot.
He's up, right?
Yes.
I want to use climbing.
Sure. You find a non-conventional route to go after him.
Wait, use running as a complementary skill.
No, you can substitute running for your Dex if you're on foot.
Well,
All right.
I am going to use piloting flight pack to do the. Wow, I
There you
barely made it. Success by 0 to basically do the occasional jetpack assisted hops.
I'm gonna do the urban survival first. FYI, it just happens to be the same skill.
Alright, so you get your complimentary. Wow.
Oh, that was actually one more.
Wow, so
Alright.
you got margin by 12.
So you lay chase after this guy. Nim, you
Straight
see
into the trap.
an opportunity to sort of get ahead of him and start climbing up some of the structure up onto one of the upper level streets. Where was... So your first rolls were the complimentary and the second were your things. Okay. The rest of you will just sort of follow this guy, neither making any gains or losing any ground. However, Nim, you will basically cut him off, and this guy, you will see.
Guy, it's not a small blonde-haired dirty child. Oh no. Yep.
You obviously don't know his name yet. But you basically cut him off and he sort of almost runs right into you. So you're within grappling range if you wish. However, your tackle is interrupted as
Lame.
blaster fire begins to impact in the area around you and this guy. It would appear that this guy is the target. You look down into the street from where the blaster fire came, and you see a bunch of stormtroopers shooting up into your position.
Oh, yay.
Stormtroopers.
How the hell did they sneak in here?
So we will go to this map.
Nice map.
Where will we stick you? That seems to be a good spot.
Probably about as good as it'll get. Yep. I did a tic-tac right up through here and then just power lifted over the lip here.
Did you do a cool somersault along the way?
Yep.
All right, so you guys up there. The rest of you are off the map since you're laying chase. You will appear on the map sort of, where you are there, to the sound of blaster fire. And
Location of the blaster fire.
let me organize my combat tracker. They should be visible to you.
They are. And highly contrasting. Although one of them is very small.
So they are engaging you guys from the street level up to the top. And you see this guy in front of you. He will immediately sort of go for some cover to not get shot, while sort of keeping you in his sort of front.
Right. Yeah, well, I'm going to be diving for cover at the same time.
You're both going for the same cover, so you're going to hit each other and knock each other out.
Maybe not quite that hard. And I'll yell at him, "Friends of yours?"
So this guy will you go for the same bit of cover. So you'll basically face to face or a hex apart. And he says, "No, I thought they were with you." Or they're not with you. As you see, he's reaching for his blaster. Let's do this in rounds.
Well, there are a bunch of stormtroopers down there, and I don't feel like sticking my head out. I would like to inform the others that stormtroopers are here, and they're shooting at us. And I'll probably put my pistol up where I can use the camera and sort of peek over the corner or over the rail, whatever is available there.
What are the rest of you doing? So we won't go in combat turns if you're not going to be returning fire or anything like that.
Get into a position to return fire.
Yeah, it seems like we are kind of blocked by a whole bunch of building.
Well, you could unblock yourself.
Right. So I'm probably going to instruct everybody to continue down this path to try to get a visual on, or so where they can engage. And then I'm going to engage my my pack and go up to where I have an overview, so I can get cover and start laying down some pain.
All right, move yourself to where you'll start engaging. And I'm happy for the rest of you to move yourselves to where you would like to be engaging in fights.
Is there any way to get some high cover?
And not without
High
climbing.
ground, I mean,
You'd need to climb.
no stairs or anything like that.
Well, you see there's stairs over here. This is a little bit elevated, but it's not like really high.
Daryl will try to put himself against the side of this building, using it for partial cover from Stormtrooper 4.
Yep. So where luck is based at, I'm hoping, I'm trying to land at a spot where there's sufficient cover to where I'm like probably three quarters,
All right.
and then I'm going to engage 3.
So there's just been some positioning and some suppressing fire on your position up there, Nim. Then new targets appear, and we'll start at the top of the round again. Your friends have arrived, or the cavalry has arrived.
I'll tell dude that I'm with that one. We're the good guys. seeing as he undoubtedly noticed the jump trooper jump in over there within his vision.
He says, I don't know who you are, but if you're going to help me with them, then for now you're my friend.
Indeed.
And he will sort of poke out from his partial cover to begin engaging.
Aim.
Nosh.
Nosh will aim at Stormtrooper 4.
Tina.
Tina is she's going to pull out her blaster pistol in one hand, but she's actually going to take this bit of time to look around and see if there's anything of use nearby that I don't know, just any kind of like maybe a broken down gun or some kind of technology or something that might be useful here, because she's her
Propane
gun
tank.
is not going to her gun's not going to get through the stormtrooper
Ooh.
armor.
Like the really big water tower that they're sort of lurking around. That
Yeah,
might
something like that.
have fuel in it or something instead of water.
Or it can be like pushed over or something.
Scrounging, I guess. Do you have that?
Let me see. She does,
That would seem like a key skill for people like us.
but my dice hate me, so yeah.
The only obvious thing that you sort of find is that, but you don't find anything more useful.
Got it.
Well,
Bosco's gonna crouch down. I don't know if use as much cover as I have and take aim at Stormtrooper 4.
Well, where you're currently positioned, you have no real cover. You're out in the
Well, I
open.
have cover. It just depends on the angle, but I guess from Stormtrooper 4, no cover, right? 'Cause I
Well, you'd have
the
no cover yet.
building.
Get back in there so you've got like you're lurking behind the barrels. Hopefully they won't be explosive barrels.
Well, I mean, that's where I was hoping to be in some sort of cover there. But are you saying like get on top of the figure, on top of the icons?
So you can lurk in behind there if you want. Not a problem.
And then I'm also crouching,
Okay, so you're aiming.
and I'm aiming at Stormtrooper 4.
All right, this trooper, he has a heavy blaster. He's currently peppering the position where
Oh, damn, I wish I'd known that. I would have targeted him.
where Nim and the dude are. Since he doesn't have a sort of valid target, it's just suppressing fire. This guy is kind of doing the same, since he doesn't really have any valid targets at this point. In fact, that's pretty much all they do, except for the ones that are obviously able to see the new arrivals. Alright, so this guy is just going to have a shot at the most obvious target he sees, which is Luck. As Luck jet packed up to where he was, or where he is.
Yep, he is going to be aware he's not going to see much of Luck.
He's just taking shots.
Roger.
There's no aim, but
Reroll that. I'm utilizing. You reroll it twice. I'm taking the worst of your rolls.
I
I'm
knew it.
utilizing my defensive luck.
I knew it.
Nice rolls, man.
None of those are going to be hits.
I do not wish to be critically shot.
And this trooper, he will take some shots at Darryl. None of those will hit.
Righto.
This dude will peek out from behind cover, and he's going to take a couple of shots at Stormtrooper 1. Insufficient to hit.
Nim is going to cast about for something moderately heavy that he could drop over the side on a stormtrooper.
Not a problem. You find something.
There's a thing.
There's a thing.
Dude who's standing there with a weird mask. He's moderately heavy.
This
You
is
can
true.
you can toss the dude.
Engaging. Phew! At thing at the heavy guy with the gaps in torso armor. Success by 11, so that's 3 possible hits.
And that's 3 hits.
Okay, so let's see. So we have the armor,
So,
we have DR, and then divide it by 5.
yeah, so it's divided by 10 all up.
Ouch. Oh yeah, this is torso, so I should probably do that 3 times. Hey, the third one's going to hit the vitals, so that's going to suck lots.
Wouldn't that only be once?
I fired 3 times, or I did the 3 hits. I don't know, actually. That's a really good
Ignore
question.
that for now.
So was it
I
18
think we've asked that
and
question
22 and 18? Armor divisor,
With the
10? Ooh.
vitals, I'm just going to do this.
Why is it on 4?
Was that not the guy?
No, I aimed at the
sorry.
guy with the heavy weapon, because heavy weapons are potentially scary, and I may want to keep that afterwards.
Right. How do I undo that?
Just put another guy. Yeah.
That worked.
All right. Pew pew pew. These modern stormtroopers.
Daryl, he aimed for 1 turn. He gets his acro bonus, correct?
Correct.
Just give me a second. I think that's a +8. His accuracy is 12, and what's the range? -4.
Yep.
All right, +8.
Nice.
All right, so
Margin
one's an
crit.
automatic hit.
That only has a rate of fire of 1, doesn't it?
Oh, that's right, it does too.
So that is a critical hit.
Roll critical hit table.
Dodge.
Okay, hang on.
Nosh is
And then
like,
damage.
Man, it's been so long since I've been this good that I've rolled this well. I can't remember how to do this.
Double shock.
Am I hitting on the chest?
I'm assuming you went center mass. Alright, so damage. Is that right? Does it not have...
That seems weird that it wouldn't have a armor divisor.
It should have an armor divisor.
Probably the same as the regular blasters.
Yeah, I would assume 5. We'll do the armor divisor on that one.
Okay. So it should look like this.
Yep.
Okay.
Major wound, which he fails. He's knocked out.
Wow, that was a bad roll.
And double knockback, so he's going to go flying back a couple meters.
He goes skidding across the dirt. 2 for 2.
Okay, so Tina's just gonna kind of pop out to the left and take a shot, I guess, at Stormtrooper 2.
Sure.
So like swing out, shoot, wing back if that's okay.
Yep.
As she puts the round right through Daryl.
That's why I said swing out or take a step out, shoot, and go back.
I'm assuming you just sort of peek around, Daryl.
Yeah.
I'll assume that you can see the target before you shoot, because you can see through Daryl's X. So you don't have the -2 pop-up penalty. So you can just make a roll.
Daryl raised his arm at the wrong time in his victory cry.
It's your range penalty.
And as far as the stormtroopers are concerned,
-5.
the Wookiee just fired a blaster bolt out of his armpit.
You weren't
So I had
aiming. Or did you have aim?
No, I had the guy selected. I'm not sure why it didn't show up when I rolled.
No, he's still selected. It's just you haven't applied the range penalty. So
Oh,
you
I thought
didn't.
it automatically did it.
No,
My bad.
not yet.
Not yet.
It will though.
No, I missed.
Right, your blast bolts rain around him, but none hit their mark. So Bosco.
Okay, Bosco sees Stormtrooper 4 go down. He's just trying to provide coverings. He's just trying to provide cover, shooting, fire cover. What do you call it? So he's going to take a step and then change his aim over to Stormtrooper. Was it 2?
Okay.
And a quick question: how do I clear my effects if I ever wanted to do that?
If you put effects on you, in the combat tracker, you'll see the little man icon in your thing. Click on that, and you can remove them.
I think we were having problems with that.
You can't remove effects that someone else put on you, though.
I can't seem to.
I think they broke it, and we can't remove our own effects either.
Okay, well,
I'll
I'll
remove
take
it.
like a step to the side, trying to stay as much cover as I can. If I could use like maybe my stealth to try to remain unnoticed, and I'm gonna take aim at Stormtrooper 2. That's my action.
Right, give me a stealth roll. Not that it's gonna matter, because as soon as you start shooting, they'll know you're there.
But they might not
Maybe
shoot
not.
me.
He succeeded by 5.
He might not shoot at me while I'm here. He might shoot Daryl or Tiny instead.
Stormtrooper Sergeant is going to call out some targets. He'll point to Luck, and also to Darrell. This guy's going to take aim on apparently Luck, or number 1 takes aim on Luck. As will number 2 will take aim at Darrell. That didn't work. Number 3 will take aim at Luck. Actually, number 3 is just going to randomly shoot at Luck.
Yeah, these guys. I was gonna say these guys are pretty disciplined. Another. No.
That's not a critical, but that will be a hit with 3 shots.
Are you
Damn
sure
nice.
about that? Look at the range and the fact that I have cover.
Alright, so range is -5, and your cover is -3 or 2.
I am. Let's see, where is it? Cover.
It should be
cover.
2
It's
unless
gonna
you're using
be
barricade tactics.
well.
Alright, so -2, so that's 7. That's still 3 hits.
Okay. That's all I can really do, isn't it? Yeah. Well, great. D9. Looks like I'm eating those.
Rolling once.
So I need. How is the flesh wounds thing working? Is it per? Is it the overall damage, or is it like per shot?
The overall damage.
Okay, so I will be expending a point to reduce that to a single point.
I do have my medical kit with me in case you need it.
Alright, all shots find their mark. However, it is just a grazing shot. You're the first one to use flesh wounds.
And he won't be the last.
Dude
Is it?
takes
I thought somebody else did.
a shot at number 1. That will be all misses.
Yeah. Nim is going to relocate to the heavy object.
Okay.
Man, I don't want to do this, but I gotta do this. Okay, so I am engaging at which one am I aiming at? Number 1, who I believe is also aiming at me. I have 3 possible hits. Is he attempting to dodge, or is he going to eat them?
He was taking aim.
Yep. That's why I'm like, crap. I gotta do the all out to ensure I actually hit. Because blasters, the aim on the blasters is really, really high.
Yeah.
Did you have aim on him?
I did not. I
So
aimed to
he's
engage the other guy.
he's assuming that as you fire, he's not going to be hit because you weren't aiming. So he's going to wear those.
All right. So they're likely going to be center mass, but that one blew.
Didn't even penetrate.
That one probably did. So 21 and 20 with Oh yeah, the second one is a vital strike. Anything that gets through does double damage since it's tight beam burning.
I don't need to worry about it. We do that for him.
Figures.
Drill.
Darrell is going to simply do an all-out attack ranged on Stormtrooper 2.
Okay.
Need you to roll another critical hit. That was not a critical hit.
But if he was aiming at me, he's going to have to make a choice.
Yep.
Drill was not aiming, was he?
No. Oh, crap. My bad.
That's still going to be a success.
Take 12 off that.
No, you still get your all-out attack. Alright, so that will be a miss, though.
Okay.
If I mathed that right.
Will it?
Success by
Minus
9.
5 plus 1 is minus 4, which would be... Okay, yeah, it'd be 9. 9, yeah, okay, my mistake.
Okay, so Bosco's got aim on Stormtrooper number 2. And
Yep, that's going to surprise him. He's like, that Wookiee missed me, and then you nail him in.
I'm gonna do an attempt here at I put the modifiers, like you do, Rigel. So I'm gonna try to do that.
He did not notice you, so if you hit, he doesn't get a dodge. I think he
Okay,
just
let's
saved
try.
Darrell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. By
He
8.
didn't notice you sneak over there, so you can do your damage.
And I did do an all-out attack, just FYI, if anybody targets me next round. Okay, so damage 1 time or 3 times?
That's up to you.
I just like rolling lots of dice, so I always do more than once. Wait, that's not damage.
Sorry, wrong button.
That's
Just having
still
a hard
not
time
damage.
clicking.
Man, that's a waste.
Or that's 1, 2. Oh my gosh, come on. But I did do the chinks and armor.
So that divided by
Okay.
10.
Yep.
Okay, so
And you may want to roll chest 3 times.
yeah, just roll 3d6.
For you mean like special effects?
Yeah,
Did
so
we
just
determine
just
that
pick up
burning does
3.
that?
Yeah, just pick up 3d6 and just roll it.
Yeah, if you roll 1 in that case, then you hit something really, really important. And it does double damage instead of regular damage.
I think that's only for impaling or piercing.
No, type burning does double damage, not triple damage to vitals. And these are type burning, the weapons we have.
But I shot the torso, not the vitals.
Right,
That's
but
correct.
there's a chance that you can hit.
There's a 1 in 6 chance that you hit the vitals
but-
when you hit the...
But I think that 1 in 6 chance is only for impaling or piercing or.
No, if it also does tight beam burning because it's a laser. Well, particle beam anyway.
Okay, I won't argue then. We'll go for it.
And then you'll roll like garbage, right? Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Okay, so the last one's doubled. So we got.
I think the Wookiee did it.
Well, I don't instantly wipe him out.
I got some crappy damage rolls.
Those could
Or
have
I
been
guess they
better.
were like average. Yeah.
Oh, wait a sec. My bad. His damage is worse. I forgot it was chinks.
The good thing is the vitals roll will force a knockdown.
Okay. I will just do this.
The vitals roll is probably going to do more than a knockdown.
He drops, and Darrell can breathe a sigh of relief.
So yeah, Darrell was taking the fire. I'm like, don't worry, I got you, Darrell. As I let forth my short burst and take down Stormtrooper 2.
And pronounce his name incorrectly.
Darrell.
It's all good.
Bob.
All right,
Calling
so
Bob.
the sergeant sees
I'm gonna
his
call him B-Dog.
guys. Sees his guys.
He can still pull
Dropping.
this out.
He will take aim at. He's going to counter aim on Luck.
Luck hasn't aimed at him.
Oh, you have him targeted,
Yeah.
but he's aiming
it's a
anyway.
target to him.
This guy is going to again engage luck. So I need to succeed. That's not going to hit anything. Dude will fire at the boss man. Success by 4.
It might actually hit.
Range 11 -5. No, that's a miss. Nim.
Okay, I am making an assumption about the visuals here that we're actually a little more vertical.
Yep.
But the question I need to ask is, can I drop something on the Stormtrooper Sergeant?
Of course you can.
Okay. How high up are we?
Say 3 floors. So
3
is that
floors. So
21? No. 12 yards.
12 yards? 12 it is. That's my range. What is that? -5?
I'm assuming you're pushing a big barrel of something over the
next
edge.
Question.
Or something more creative if you come up with.
Let's see. I got full damage at 10 pounds, double damage at 100 pounds. I'm going to assume this is less than 100 because otherwise it's going to take me a little longer to actually deploy. So we'll call this in the 10-pound range. So probably a friggin', I don't know, machine part of some kind.
Sure.
All right. So that means, according to what I have here, roll dex or dropping if better at the range penalty for altitude.
I will also give you
size mod hit location.
I'll give you a +4 because you're going to drop it in the hex.
Fair enough. Then that will be a total of -1, 2 dex. And I will just simplify that. Up and over. And I have just struck exactly.
This guy was aiming, so he's probably not seeing this. So I'll give him a perception roll.
Probably not.
That's not going to help him. So work out your damage.
Okay. Let's see. You said 12 yards, which is, I don't know if that uses the higher or the lower end.
Let's go
Let's
the
assume
higher.
the lower. So that's going to be 3D. And given that it's 100 pounds or less than 100 pounds, it's going to be even. So 3D it is crushing. And that was shit damage.
But armor is treated as flexible for collisions.
Is it?
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
going to be 1 point of blunt trauma. And
Well,
Would that ruin the aim? Because I would think that'd be
Uh,
startling.
you get a check.
I'm just going to assume that it actually knocks him down.
I suppose it might. It was surprising.
I'll do a dex -5 roll. Maybe he gets lucky. No. So he's knocked
So-
prone.
All right, so Luck was in the process of wheeling around and taking aim at him and realizing, crap, this dude has got me bracketed. This is going to suck. And then something large and heavy fell on the guy. So he's going to continue his aim and shooting next round. I don't know why something large and heavy fell on him, but I'm not going to argue with that.
Daryl.
Daryl is going to move closer
Closer.
until he can sort of see Stormtrooper 3.
Apparently, Daryl has levitated 8 yards. Speaking of which.
Still hugging this formation as best he can.
Okay. Putting the height on your thing actually calculates the range differently.
Does it?
Yeah, it actually trigonometries it.
How do you take that off?
Interesting.
Control.
Alt.
What are you doing?
If
Putting
you
the height.
scroll on your character, it'll change the altitude.
If I do what?
Alt scroll. Which, yeah, I
Interesting.
guess you probably need to do that too.
All right. Tina, you fire, but hit nothing. Bosco.
Okay, Bosco is gonna just kind of keep sliding along towards his left along the cover of the barrels and take aim at Stormtrooper number 3.
All right.
And I guess that's it.
The sergeant.
Disapproved of the big rock, smacking him on the head.
You see him hold his helmet as if he's communicating. He'll spend his turn talking.
Well, luckily it's a second, so he's probably he can say 2 words. Base 6.
This guy is going to keep having a go at luck.
He needs to stop that crap.
-5, minus cover. No, that's a miss. This guy will look over to Nim and go, impressive. Then take a shot. Just missing as well.
He'll yell, heads up. And then duck back behind the rail and blind fire over it at him. Just pump some shots out.
Engage.
All right.
Pew, pew, pew. So that's a success by 4, so 3 possible hits on the sergeant. This is chinks in torso armor.
Oh, wow. He dodges 2.
Wow, that is surprising. Damn. Okay, so that's 18 points. Armor divisor 10, so that's going to hurt a bit.
There will be a major wound, which he'll be able to shake off.
Darrell. Can Darrell see Stormtrooper 3?
Yes.
2 targeted.
Yes, he can.
Okay. He's not going to aim,
He's only 7 yards away. You could charge him, right?
I suppose.
He's like, shut up, Phil.
Rip his arms off.
That means you're going to have to look up the rule for ripping their arms off. Oh, he needs that as a technique. I believe that's wrench limb.
Ooh.
That'll work.
1 possible hit. That's what he gets for shooting at me. The Wookiee will come over and shoot you. And then so will Bosco.
I don't like his chances. All right, do your damage.
Oh, wow. Why was it at 4?
Half move and dodge. Ouch. You want to
Gonna
roll a
feel that
d6?
Oh,
He will fail his death roll.
Oh, nice shot, Darrell.
excellent.
And because you're using a bowcaster, double knockback. Holy crap. 23 damage. That's what? 4 hexes. He is lifted off the ground, slides into the side of the wall there. Tina.
Okay. Tina doesn't have any real sight on anyone to shoot. The sergeant's too far away. So she's going to just kind of do the head on a swivel thing and look and see if there's anybody else, like reinforcements or anything.
There doesn't appear to be any reinforcements. Bosco, your target is no longer living.
Yep. Good shot, Darrell. Well, at this point, then he's going to switch his aim over to the Stormtrooper Sergeant. And my turn.
Sergeant will get to a knee. Dude's going to fire.
Actually,
That's going to be a miss.
Nim is going to call over the radio and say, Tina, the boss is making a call. We jammed the comm links.
I am in the process of looking up something really quickly.
I don't think it's going to apply.
Well, these things have... Okay, so it is rate of fire 1.
Yeah, it
okay,
has to be
never
rate
mind.
of fire
Damn
1.
it.
Now, there's another version of that where you're doing auto fire and you can walk the burst,
But I'm not doing auto fire.
but you're not doing auto fire.
And you only get braced when you're actually aiming.
Yes.
Correct.
So irritating. I guess I'm going to have to aim again.
Darrell.
My turn already. I am going to aim at the sergeant.
He's over there going and calling back, base, I'm having a really bad day.
Okay, so So for jamming the comm links, is that something that I'm going to need to like run over to one of the bodies and get their comm link to be able to
Oh,
connect?
well,
Or do
that-
I have the ability with what I have to do that?
I don't know if we actually have that capability, but
I
You would
think,
need some sort of jammer if you
yeah,
have the,
you'd need a jammer.
and then roll
I-
against your electronics operation, probably EW.
I think it's ECM or
Or
but you
EW.
Yeah.
probably could get on one of their comms and do it that way. That would probably work.
Yeah, I have a portable electronics repair kit and a portable machinist toolkit. That is, and then I've just got my data pad and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to live that long.
So she can start running over there, but she will be full on like easy target for him if she does.
Well, he'll have to hit a moving target.
But the Force will be your ally. You're one with the Force, and the Force is with you.
Exactly.
Okay, so she will seal herself and then make a run for Stormtrooper 4.
Move you full move.
Yeah, her current move is pretty bad, but she'll get as far as she can.
Bosco.
All right, Bosco is gonna fire, or whatever the particle beam version sounds
Pew,
like.
pew, pew.
Pew pew pew. All right, let me. So aim. I'm doing all out attack. I'm assuming I can brace it against the barrels and crates,
Sure.
chinks, and then the range is -7. I don't know. Did I hit? One hit.
By 0.
Might only need one.
The fact that he's kneeling is going to screw him over, so that's a hit.
Yeah, I was thinking that may have actually messed up some of his dodge, but that's fine.
Average rolls again.
All right, not a major wound. Oh, sorry, you went chinks.
Yeah, chinks. I plan on training that up a little bit, so I wanted to use the skill.
All right, so that is a major wound. The sergeant shakes it off.
He's
pretty hardcore.
The sergeant will take a stand. As part of the stand, he will do an attack on. He's not feeling lucky.
Yeah,
I
which
guess-
one is the worst threat?
I guess it's going to be luck.
Not so lucky.
We'd already asked about them having high pain threshold, didn't we?
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
That's a miss. Due to range ability. Dude takes a shot. He's got to roll decent sometime. No.
You were saying,
Nope, you got GM dice now.
dude, you should see me rolling on the frickin' Warhammer game on Friday. I'm like consistently rolling. I guess in GURPS would be 16s and higher.
Nim is gonna poke his head up and see Tina running, and it's like, that's not what I meant! Not what I meant!
Nice. Pew! Wow. Well,
So
Failure for
just a
Christ's sake,
normal
Mac.
failure.
Wow.
yeah, and well, it says maximum one hit.
No, 17 always fails.
it's
though.
it's a failure, but it might be like a jam
Yeah.
or malfunction, or whatever.
All right, so you don't need to roll malfunction.
No, I don't. It's
No,
not
no,
good.
that's what I said. You don't have to roll a malfunction.
Man, come on, dice.
All right. Maybe is your luck available?
It is defensive and combat only. I wanted to get the points down, so I could not roll. I could not re-roll it for that.
Okay. Well, the sergeant's feeling pretty happy that he didn't just die. But is the Wookiee going to finishing him off?
Disembodied voice is telling the Wookiee to finish him.
You betcha.
That's wrong. That's a +7, not a -7.
Also, it's raining engine parts over there.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah.
All right. Do the damage.
Ooh,
Gonna buy a sniper
22.
rifle.
That's nice.
Knocked him
That
right
one
off
hurt
the map.
just a bit. Roll the roll against the chest too.
Yeah, hang on.
Damn, I was totally hoping for a 1.
All right, well, that's a death roll. Shakes off the death roll, but I don't think he'll survive.
Moving.
Bosco.
Okay, no, I guess he's still up, huh?
Yep.
Yep, because I missed. And Daryl somehow didn't blow his chest out.
You probably don't look too good though.
Oh no, he's got a big old smoking hole in that torso.
Technically, he would have got knocked back.
Oh man,
That's
he got
true.
knocked into the white zone.
That's where he falls off the edge of the earth.
No, right?
You're ruining my range here.
He will succeed though.
I'm using my luck. So, oh, I didn't put all the modifiers again in the second
Well,
and
you
third.
ended up with
Yes.
a 9.
So that's one hit.
So 1 hit.
2 damage. That wasn't chinks, was it?
No chinks.
So he's still hurting. He will end up falling unconscious. Your battle lasts a turn or two longer, and he just sort of falls unconscious. So he's the only one that's probably not dead,
Well, that's useful, potentially.
because all the others like got hit in vitals and stuff.
Yep.
Well, that's the unfortunate side of wearing heavy armor.
Yep. So, Ronki, you were saying you wanted to end at 8 instead of 9. That's like only 15 minutes from now.
Yes, we
So
might.
did you want to end right here just to give you extra time to drive?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
So the dude will stand from his cover, and he will say, "Thanks."
Yeah, you mind we ask you a couple of questions?
Actually, I'll keep him
Since
yellow.
you're here.
He says, "Sure. What are you guys doing here? I don't recognize you."
All right, I'll calm everybody else and let them know we've got to meet us up here, and I'll.
No, we're not staying. We're not staying in this area. We need to.
Okay, well, where do you want to go?
The first thing Luck wants to do is we need to get comms from the troopers. Simply because if nothing else, for at least a short span of time, we will be able to listen in on them. So I'm going to do the same thing as before. It's like you'll probably take a couple of the helmets so we can at least get there. Luck also wants to retrieve that heavy weapon in case we need to use it. And we need to check any of these guys to see if they are still alive. In which case we may be able to take one with us to interrogate.
So at this
that's gonna
point,
take
the-
a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna tell dude to follow us down, and we'll meet up with the rest of them instead of them coming up here.
And if he's got a
in the
better
meantime-
idea of this place, then he may recommend,
Yeah,
we might
exactly.
want to go to, Cave of Rocks or something.
But I'll give him the basics of what we're doing here on the way. That we're here investigating the funny business.
Yeah, but we need to definitely clear out in case, because you reported the guy was on comms, so we need to clear out in case he was calling in an airstrike or B a reinforcements, and get that droid of mine airborne so it can sort of sweep the area in case we have fast moving TIE scimitars coming in.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Thanks for the assistance. I saw you guys into town. Didn't know if you were friendly or not.
Why are
But-
the imps here?
They've been here all along." Says the name's Ronan Voss.
What are they doing here?
I have no idea. While back, the shields failed. There was a big explosion. Since then, the Imperials turned up and they've been clearing people out. There's only a few of us left. After the main lot of people were evacuated, the imps started hunting the rest of us down. I don't know what it is they want, but anyone left in this city is eliminated. He sort of indicates the troopers on the ground. This is just one of the death squads. There's a few that make their way around.
Right.
Right. Well, we're here to find out what they're looking into.
I completely forgot I actually had a blaster carbine.
Maybe it's still in the ship, and you're like, "Oh crap! I should have grabbed that."
Well, I got one now.
Well, there's not many of us
I'm looking
left.
for-
You're
I'm
welcome to
looking for a
join us.
blaster rifle.
There's no the sergeant, he has a blaster rifle, and the heavy gunner has a heavy blaster.
Is it just straight up heavy blaster?
Yes.
That thing's going to be heavy.
Let me tell you exactly what it is.
Well, I was looking at the heavy blaster in Ultratech because I was wondering about
20 pounds.
Crap, I
Are-
can't
are
remember
those
its name
really-
now.
I don't know that those are really the same kind of blasters, though.
No, it's blasters in this and blasters in Star Wars are just similar enough to where you can use these, but they're also just different enough to where you go, oh yeah, I have to tweak, because the guy in Rogue One, he probably had a heavy blaster, but it clearly had a much higher rate of fire than 3.
Yeah, that's
This
the only thing I've noticed.
heavy blaster has a rate of fire of 3, and it does 8 dice damage.
Right, yeah, so it's a standard heavy blaster in there.
Ultratech.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm going to. Oh man, I'm envisioning. Yeah, I'm gonna take it temporarily until we're like, out of the area. Maybe we can, have it use it for defense if we need it.
How heavy is it?
Wait, it listed as
20 pounds, according to UTech.
Oh.
DP.
That's not that bad.
Well, it is
Um,
when you're already in at the very edge of light and don't want to go into medium.
Now, is that
Yeah, it would
20
be-
with the backpack, or
I don't know. I was wondering what /DP means.
that
Um,
probably is also pack?
Yeah, it's including it usually includes the weight of the battery pack, power pack. But it would be good for like a situation where we can set up,
Yep.
where we could set up, not like carrying around everyday carry.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, no, we
Bosco-
definitely keep it and use it later.
I still was interested in the rifle, unless somebody else wants to use it.
No, I have.
No,
no
you want to
reason.
claim it, go ahead.
Hey, Bosco will.
But
take the
yeah,
blaster
nothing else. Luck is definitely going to tell everybody to grab the utility belts because, well, they're vaguely useful, and they have important stuff like food tabs and back to spray and stuff like that. And generally,
Okay.
that's where they keep the thermal detonators.
We need a standard item in the and just
I
leave it in the
sort
party
of
sheet
got
of
one.
stormtrooper utility belts and list all the crap that's in them, because we're gonna keep running into those damn things.
Yeah, I actually went through Ultratech and I was because I'm a nerd geek like this, and for my character, and I was renaming items, but then putting this is what it is in Ultratech. This is what it is in Ultratech. I will post a list of those later, so Ronki can just I don't know, generate it or make sure we've got that, and then move it on. So if that guy is still conscious, or I mean still alive, yeah, you could have Bosco go ahead and make sure that he's not going to immediately die. And then we could take him with us somewhere to interrogate. And if this Mr. Voss has a pretty good idea.
Well, Voss will say, or Ronan will say, there's only a few of us left that have refused to leave. You're welcome to join us till you work out what you're doing next. I've got somewhere safe. And it's around about this time that you will hear the sound of mechanical footsteps.
All right, we're moving. Moving.
And if you
Leave
zoom
the-
out the
leave
map,
it there. Exactly.
you'll hear
Chicken
That's
walker.
exactly what I was thinking.
walking in your direction.
Move it, people. And we will bug the hell out.
And
And I wish we had had slightly more time to rig up some tripwires with detonators and take that bugger down. Holy crap,
And-
I don't have traps. That's what I was thinking.
And that is where we'll leave it, because I have to take off, unfortunately.
All right, cool.
So everyone will get 2 points.
Excellent.
We can work out gear that you gathered. Did you take the sergeant? You had determined the others were dead or as good as dead. The sergeant
Well,
is not in a good situation. He will die unless he gets medical attention.
I think we were probably going to take him, but then the arrival of the walker convinced us, no, we got to go.
Yeah, seems
Um,
reasonable.
So did we have less than a minute for basic first aid? Did we have
Say again?
a minute?
You probably had a couple of minutes.
I could have at least basic first aid. if
You're
we can,
really
you know,
breaking up, man.
I'm assuming that you're saying that you want to do basic first aid on the sergeant?
Right, bandaging. 1 minute.
On who are you doing that?
If he starts to do first aid and try to get through that guy's armor, Daryl's just going to grab him and start pulling him away off the body.
All right.
Well, he probably started that at the beginning of this process, so he's probably already done it.
Okay, so Tina's going to have some post-combat shakes. She's rattled.
Okay, I guess the Wookiee's gonna have to carry her.
No, it's only 2D turns, so she'll be fine in the
That'd be funnier.
couple of minutes or so.
Oh, you know what? Need to rig up a backpack so you can just dump her in it. Because she's small.
All right, you guys will depart, and we'll leave it there. 2 points. You left the sergeant behind because he's
Because
dead
of the
weight.
walker. Yeah.
And we'll continue this next time. There won't be any game next week, as we have a couple of people away. One of those being the GM.
Boo. Boo.
But
Makes me
something is clearly going on here in Pallas.
Mm-hmm.
Surely the imps are up to no good.
The imps are always up to no good.
Shenaniganry is afoot.
Any questions before we wrap it up?
None from Daryl.
Take the silence as a note.
Yeah, I don't have any. No.
So,
Jeez.
if you are watching this and you have any questions, corrections, suggestions, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Please consider liking and subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Thank you for watching. Olympus out.
Good
See ya.
night.
Hey.